Welcome back. We are now at Module 7, Criterion 6, Student Support Services. This criterion has 6 requirements. We will look at the student admission process and how the program is marketed to potential students. A range of administrative and executive staff provide the support services. These are also called the non-academic staff of a university. We will look at the career planning of these non-academic staff. We will look also at the student non-academic supervision processes. Co-curricular activities also come under student support services. We begin with looking at the student intake and student continuation information. What are the number of applications each year to the program? How many places are offered? And what is the number admitted? From here, the numbers are tracked. What are the dropout or transfer numbers each year? One could ask, what is the purpose of tracking these numbers? Well, the number of applicants could be related to how well the program markets itself. This is the student brochure discussed in Criterion 2. And student transfer rate might be an indication of a mismatch between what students expect of the program versus what they actually experience in the program. The idea here is to be more efficient in that any amount of transfer out of the program means some wasted resources in partly training a student who does not count towards graduation. As mentioned, a plethora of administrative staff carry out the support services. This staff may be in a non-supervisory, supervisory, or leadership positions. One can argue that looking after their career and training needs is no less important than attention paid to the academic staff career needs. We have all heard of instances where academic staff have to take on administrative roles. This is sometimes due to the non-academic manpower not being available in the first place. A solution to this would be to upgrade the support staff to executive and higher levels, whereby they become capable of performing leadership roles, thereby reducing the need for academic staff to do administrative work. There is support staff competency development, just as there is academic staff competency development. What are the training courses available for the support staff? Courses on personal effectiveness, courses on IT and digitalization skills, courses on customer management, and so on. What is the budget set aside for these training? Competency development of the support staff is important insofar as they affect the quality of the services that they provide to students. The entire range of services that students will make use of will be looked at in an assessment. They include course registration, financial support and scholarship, medical and wellness support, library services, pastoral care, IT support, social amenities, and many others. The on-site portion of the assessment involves visiting some of the most important services on campus. The idea behind including support services in an assessment is that they have an impact on student academic performance, i.e. the libraries. They have an impact on student life, i.e. the social environment of the university. And they have an effect on employment opportunities, i.e. the university's career services. For this criterion, data on support staffing is requested for in order to determine that the level of staffing is in fact adequate to provide the needed services. Partly, Such information is also qualitatively gathered in the interviews with the students, the academic staff, and the support staff. And one more point to note. In addition to providing training courses, many universities also provide schemes for their support staff to earn higher degrees. This upskilling has an effect on the support staff being able to take on higher executive roles. The university as a whole benefits from such a scheme. Two support services are singled out as having high importance. They are career services and academic advising. Career services would include organizing job fairs, providing resume writing courses, courses on professional communication, and even how to dress well for an interview. Career services need to evolve due to the changing employment landscape, the creation of new jobs that did not exist 5 years ago, to provide internship and other industry attachment programs for students to experience working life before they graduate. Click on the link in the slide to the National University of Singapore Centre for Future Ready Graduates. Explore the range of career services that NUS offers to its students, all under one roof. The other important service shown on this slide is academic advising. How well is this carried out? Are students supervised closely and well advised? Or are they left to fend for themselves and to find out information from fellow students? Okay, let's move to the requirements. For requirement 6.1, the student intake policy, admission criteria, and procedures need to be clearly defined, up to date, and made known to stakeholders. Stated differently, prospective students should have a clear idea of how to apply to get into the program. And the program needs to provide data on admission numbers and student retention over the years of study. For requirement 6.3, it needs to be shown that the student monitoring system is adequate, that student progress is systematically recorded, monitored, and where necessary, highlighted for innovation. For requirement 6.3, it needs to be shown that the student monitoring system is adequate, that student progress is systematically recorded, monitored, and where necessary, highlighted for intervention. Requirement 6.4 assesses core curricular activities, student competition, student clubs, and broadly aspects of student life. How the university is made student-friendly in its academic supporting activities. Specifically, requirement 6.5 looks at the people providing the support services. Are the competencies that they need properly identified and provided in training? And over time, are the competencies upgraded to ensure relevance to stakeholder? Does the university provide pathways for the support staff to improve in their job? As you might have surmised, an important feature of all the criteria is to assess how continual improvement is built into the criterion. In the case of requirement 6.2, it is to see that the short-term and long-term planning of the services to ensure that they are sufficient for the years ahead. And under requirement 6.6, for the services themselves to be subjected to evaluation and benchmarking to see how they can be improved. A new basketball court on campus, improved sheltered walkways, more frequent bus services, and many others. That's it for Criterion 6, Student Support Services. Next is Module 8, Criterion 7, Facilities and Infrastructure.